Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. Today we are looking at Star Wars Shattered Empire, a 4-issue miniseries published by Marvel, and it takes place basically right after the events of Return of the Jedi. Some of the events are actually still happening while this issue is beginning, the first issue here, and it follows, I believe it's pronounced Sahara Bay, and a little bit Kez Dameron, which are the parents of Poe Dameron in the new movie. So basically, if you're a fan of Poe Dameron's character, it's pretty worth checking out. And actually, I would recommend this volume overall just because of some of the extras that are in it, but we'll get into that later in the review. As you can see here, we have a picture of basically the main cast of Star Wars, everybody R2-D2. Just everybody sitting there. The back here got the second Death Star being destroyed, and all new explosive tale spinning out of Return of Jedi. Journey with us into the time after the end of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Writer Greg Rucka and artist Marco, I don't even know if I can pronounce that, Chichito, takes us past the destruction of the second Death Star and into the chaos of a shattered empire. Everything you need to know is right here. It has issues 1 through 4, which is the complete miniseries, and then it also has Princess Leia issue 1 and Star Wars 1977 issue 1, which is kind of why it's a good buy. I mean, if you're gonna buy the Leia, or basically if you're thinking about buying the Princess Leia comic book, but you want to get this for sure, I'd say get this first, because you get the first issue of that here, and you get the first issue of the original Star Wars comic book by Marvel, so it's a pretty good deal. You get the preview, the Princess Leia one, and it's cool that they did that because this thing already retails for $16.99. It's not so cheap, but if you go online, I'm sure you'll find it a bit cheaper. And $16.99 for 4 comic issues, not the great deal. Add the other 2, it's pretty good. So the art style is nice, it's clean. I really do actually like it. You can see here different things happening, explosions, fun stuff. The first page, actually, we get a nice picture of Luke and Vader kind of mid-battle. Like I said, this kicks off right at the end of Return of the Jedi. They're still fighting, and instead of getting what we see in the movie, we get Sahara right here piloting a ship. Stuff's going on. I don't really want to spoil too much, but basically, how Return of the Jedi goes, and there's that whole party and everything at the end, and basically we have all this, and it starts with, at the end of this, I believe it's the end of this issue, it starts with, them needing to go after more resistance that's still on the planet. And it turns kind of into I wouldn't say buddy thing, but Leia's character, she gets more involved in this series than anybody else from the original series. And it's basically her and Sahara. Naboo, as mentioned, may be seen. I don't want to spoil it, but if you're thinking, prequel stuff, well, there's that in there. It's actually, I don't know, I find it a little ridiculous what happens there, but it's basically, part of the Empire carrying out Emperor Palpatine's final orders, them trying to shut down the Empire, because obviously, they beat the Emperor, they defeated Darth Vader and everything, but there's still an army. I mean, they destroyed, the leaders, but there's still all these guys out there, and they still have to go after them. And they have to try and restart the Senate and everything. So basically, a lot of that compressed into 4 issues, and it's not bad. It's not like a whole bunch of political blah, 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 and all that stuff. It's a lot of action. First issue, I know it starts off good, gets a little bit slower, the party thing, and ends pretty good. Then from there it goes on, and it's I like it. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, because if you're gonna read one Star Wars comic book thing that's tied into the movie, I think this is a pretty good place to go. I have read a little bit of the Darth Vader one. It's not bad. I'll do a review on that when I finish it. The Princess Leia one I actually do want to get just because of what I read. That one takes place after episode 4. I'm having like issues thinking numbers, so I was gonna say 1 because it's the first movie, but no, episode 4. But yeah, we get the introduction here, kind of like the regular movie scrolling, and yeah, that one, as you can see, literally takes place at the end of episode 4, the award ceremony and everything. I'll save that for a review if I ever get to it, but it definitely made me want to read it. I think the art here is actually really good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite art style, but I do like it. Definitely different from what you're seeing over here. Let's see if we can get a good picture. Yeah, overall, I'd probably give this a 5 out of 5, which is surprising. I mean, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. You know, if you were to ask me a whole bunch of, like, cartoon Star Wars questions, I could not answer you. But as someone who's a casual to, I guess, higher up fan, I think it's really good. If you want to get someone something Star Wars because, you know, they're starting to get into it, I'd recommend this. Like I said, the extras, the issue 1 for Leia and the issue 1 for the original Star Wars comic, which is back here, I'm not a big fan of. I don't know, I've never really been a huge fan of, like, it's just a reading, you know what, I'm fine with the art style and everything. It's touched up, it looks nicer than it did when it came out, but it's just so much reading because back in the day they used to explain a lot. I've noticed, if, like, you've read old X Factor comics and stuff, like, almost everything before they say something, they have to, like, think something. I don't know. But yeah, you know, it's something definitely worth getting for someone who's getting into Star Wars. It's a quick, fun read. 5 out of 5. I really liked it. And like I said, if you like Poe Dameron, get it, because you get to see his parents, and they're pretty cool. It would be actually pretty cool to see a movie based on them, if it's based off this comic book, which I would assume so, because I'm assuming these new comics are part of the new continuity. You would have to get someone that looks a lot like, I believe it's Carrie Fisher, and actually a lot like Harrison Ford and stuff, but still, it's good. I liked it. If they made a movie of it, I wouldn't complain. If they made an animated movie about it, that would be pretty cool. But anyways, that is my review for Star Wars Shattered Empire. Hope you guys enjoyed it. More reviews coming your way soon. I've already filmed one more, hopefully more stuff, and hopefully the channel gets up and going again. Anyways, thank you guys. I can't speak today, if you can't tell. That's happening. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.